All right, well, related to the solar halos is a phenomenon known as sundogs, or mock suns. They are a particularly bright part of the halo. So here's the halo being blocked by a lamp, and you can see it goes all the way around the sun, but there's a concentration of light to the left of the sun and to the right of the sun at nearly the same altitude above the horizon as the sun is. They're a little bit higher. You can see these concentrations. They're a little bit farther out in radius than the main part of the halo. You can see the inner edge of the halo is there, the outer edge is right about there. So these things are near the outer edge of the halo, and they are a particularly bright concentration of light in this halo. So people call them mock suns, or sun dogs, kind of like a dog following a person around. And indeed, here's some Arctic sundogs. You can see the sundogs just above the horizon here, and you can see the Arctic dogs pulling this sled here. So that's kind of an interesting juxtaposition. These guys are produced, again, by hexagonal ice crystals, but in this case, instead of being long and skinny and shaped like a pencil, these hexagonal crystals are flat and plate-like. And by tracing the rays and how they enter the ice and how they exit, by doing the so-called geometrical optics, you can figure out that indeed the sundogs are at a location where there would be a particularly big concentration or bunching up of these rays coming through the hexagonal ice crystals. These sundogs can be so bright that you can often see them without seeing any part of the rest of the halo. So here's a good example. There's the sun conveniently behind a cloud, so it's not too overexposed. And here, 22 degrees away, is a sundog with red on the inside and blue kind of indistinct on the outside. It's amazing how often you can see these things. Just look up into the sky when there are clouds passing overhead. Cirrus clouds in particular, high, thin, wispy clouds, not thick thunderhead type clouds. Here's a solar mock sun, or a sundog, with the sun actually to the left off the screen here, and there's Mount St. Helens, a volcano that erupted in the early 1980s.